Joey here is a Critical Missourian, where I talk about everyday life, about Missouri and beyond. Okay, um, ladies and gentlemen, something that I've been noticing um, in the General Assembly is the fact that they've been trying to find ways to get rid of the annual vehicle inspections, which getting comfortable. Dog. Anyhow, back to what I was saying before Cassie interrupts. Anyhow, what I was saying is that there's been a lot of discussions, and there was a bill introduced um, on the floor um, to eliminate the required state annual vehicle inspections. Um, However, unfortunately, it became dead on arrival because I think it was introduced in the House, in the General Assembly, and then the Senate didn't pick it up, and it just sat until it became dead. So basically, in a roundabout way, it was tabled, or however they called it, where you just don't where you just sit on a bill and it never passes. So I was not aware that Missouri had been wanting to do this. They've been wanting to join the rank of many states that are trying to go for no vehicle inspections at all, but there's been controversy over this subject. The reason is because some of the opponents of this bill, or any attempt to remove the state annual inspection, is it puts a lot of run-down old vehicles that could be a hazard to the public. But proponents are saying that, well, the officers or the police should be able to spot problems on these vehicles and write citations to have it fixed. So, and they're saying the same thing I would say. The thing is that this affects the poor people in a way. Having to have a state annual inspection, especially if you live out in the sticks where you don't have very many places to go to for inspections. Like there are, you go, let's say from my neck of the woods, you go southern Missouri, anywhere in between. I'm just taking a random guess. Anywhere between West Plains and Poplar Bluff is very rural, and there's not much there. So I seriously doubt there's like a whole list that thick, filled with places to go have your vehicle inspected. So poor people will have to take time off work, maybe go a long way, drive a long out of the way, especially if the nearest inspection is more than 20 miles away, just to get an inspection done. That puts a damper on them and hurts their pocketbooks. I can see the problem with that. But I'm for sure another comment that could add to all this is how there's always the thing about St. Louis where they do manual um, vehicle exhaust checks to make sure that it's not polluting the air there, or something like car smogging, or whatever you want to call it. Um, just like the air quality test that they are required to do in California, we kind of have that. I understand. Now, I'm not from St. Louis. I don't know how it works up there, but I'm understanding that up there they have to do the same thing. They have to do the air quality test on the vehicles, and before they can be registered there. Don't quote me, but still, that's beyond the point. If it holds true that that is the case, and like I was saying, and granted, I did think I saw that in our driver book years ago that inspections are required to emission vehicle emissions tests are required for the St. Louis area, and that's what I think I saw years ago. The point of that is, I mean, if you have vehicles that do not go through the annual inspections, those vehicles could probably, now they're afraid that those vehicles could be pushed through and make the air quality worse in the St. Louis area. Um, so I don't know. If you, I mean, there's also the thing where it is the state coffers would be affected because now they are missing that revenue. Guess what, people? If they're missing that revenue, they're going to make up for it somewhere else. Whether it be raising our property taxes, raising your sales tax, or some kind of tax somewhere that we did not account for. Ringing that bell there, Kathy? Dog. Anyhow. But still, it is a bit of a concern that they are considering the idea without laying out in the open where that missing revenue is going to be coming from. They failed to mention. I think they did mention in this bill that the vehicle emissions test will be still part of the deal up that way. But they didn't. But this recent bill that they put out didn't say what was qualifying, whether it be used, new, or whatever. The language is not clear, or the details that I know of aren't very clear, and that's what scares me, is when we start getting into Microsoft Windows style restrictions on vehicles in this state, where excuse me, where only thing that it gets picked on, nicked, and requires inspection is all older vehicles, and then you really got the poor people involved. I mean, I don't know, just my opinion, just my 2 cents. But anyhow, I don't. Although that this bill did not pass, it proves that there's been active work on trying to get something done. But until a more clarified detail comes out, I'd be almost concerned about having this ever being done. So anyhow, my 2 cents. or my opinion on the matter. So everyone can take it as they will. But everyone in Missouri, although I understand that you would be cheering for this, but I'd be asking the same questions I did. If they eliminate that state inspection and that revenue that they're missing becomes noticeable, where do you think they're going to take it from? So stop, pause, and think about that before they even think about anything else. Anyhow, this is Joey as the Critical Missourian. I'm signing out.